everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Darker Designs, and I'd like to show you how I made this fun little Christmas card using the new Fireside Trimmings bundle from Stampin' Up. It's in the 2020 holiday catalog, and it is so fun. You can see there's lots of little pieces. It kind of reminds me of decorating my dollhouse when I was a little girl, kind of, you know, fixing up something for each of the little seasons, all the little doodads that go with it. Just really cute. So I'm going to show you how I made a Christmas card with it. It's kind of a fancy fold, but I also want you to know that there are going to be several other examples over on my blog, and I'll have a video for this one as well in case you're looking for some more ideas. All right, well, let's get started. Now, I've done a little bit ahead of time. I've embossed my Whisper White piece with the brick embossing folder. I've cut out the stars from silver foil. Those are these dies right here. I have also cut out the greenery from shaded spruce, and we're going to stamp and do the other parts of it. We've got a lot of things to cut out. For the fireplace, we're going to use these little dies. They look like little teeth to me that have fallen out, don't they? It's just what they remind me of, my kids' teeth. All right, so I'm gonna make like a little stack up here, things that we need to cut out. But we're gonna do some stamping as well. Let's stamp the logs on Early Espresso. Okay, and let's do the Whisper White stamping as well. We're gonna do the trees in Memento Black, of course. And we're going to stamp the little reindeer once here, but then we're going to do reverse stamping also. I wanted him to face two different directions. So you're going to need your Stamparatus for this. And you're going to need the silicone mat as well. I'm going to use just a scrap piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to take my reindeer and I'm going to set it down there, pick it up, and then I'm going to actually stamp it right there on the silicone sheet. Okay. Stamp it, and then very carefully lay your Whisper White piece down. I'm going to put on my magnet there to hold it, and then I'm going to stamp it again so that I can cut it out with the die on this side. I'll be able to see where I'm going to cut. All right, so let's peel it and see, and there you have it. Isn't that neat? So we'll have those deer facing two different ways. All right, and then last we need to stamp our fireplace, the focal point. So I'm going to do that in soft suede ink on soft suede cardstock. All right, now I'm going to bring over my cut and emboss machine, and I actually have my magnetic platform in here that's going to help me line all these up. Let's start with fireplace. Okay, and we'll do the wood like that, and let's bring over the first two deer, or the first deer and the trees, and whoops, that one right there. It's kind of like a puzzle, finding all the pieces, and I think we can get these to fit on here. I've got Mango Melody and Pumpkin Pie. I'm going to do one in Mango and two in Pumpkin Pie. All right, so now let's run that through. Now we're going to take that deer die and we're going to turn it over. Remember, we stamped it down again after we laid our Whisper White piece on there. So I'm going to flip it over and run that through. All right, now when we flip it, There it is, perfect. Okay, now we need to do some coloring. And I probably should have colored my little reindeer before I cut them out, but that's okay. I'm gonna use, actually, you know what? I am not gonna use light. I think I'm gonna use dark. These are so small, I'm not gonna worry too much about shading them. Okay, I'm using the bullet tip end of my dark crumb cake. The Stampin' Blend markers have two ends, a brush tip and a bullet tip, and it's really a matter of preference, but I find that I have much better control with the bullet tip end, helps me stay in line. All right, there we've got those. Now for our trees, I'm gonna use Shaded Spruce, and I'm gonna start by just doing a light coat of ink. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my dark and I'm gonna go right under each layer and kind of go down at an angle. And then blend it all together. I'm gonna repeat that same thing for both trees. And I'm only gonna work on one tree at a time so that my ink doesn't dry before I can blend it. Alcohol inks dry really quickly. Okay, we've got that. Now, let's bring back our crumb cake and do that little tray right there and the trunks. And last but not least, I'm gonna use Dark Mango Melody for that star. All right, I think we're ready to start layering. Now on my brick wall piece, I'm gonna use dimensionals first for my fireplace. Okay, I'm gonna center that right there at the bottom. And for the log, I am going to put just a little bit of Tombow like that. And I'm gonna lay my little flames there and there. And one more little dot, I'm gonna put that mango one right in the middle. All right, now that's the back side. I'm gonna give it some time to dry. I think I'm gonna take mini dimensionals for my reindeer and we'll put them on either side. Now this fireplace can be used for Christmas, obviously, but you can use it for all kinds of other seasons. It has some great little bats for Halloween. It has just some general little vases and jars, candles, a mirror, a frame. It's a really nice set that you could use all year long. All right, we'll put the stars right there. I think I'm gonna move it down. Whoops, uh-oh. Let's move it down just a bit. And a little more Tombow here. And that can go across the top. Okay, now I think I'm going to put one just big dimensional there on our log. Put that down in the fireplace. Not quite dry enough yet. I can see that glue poking out. All right, and now my hands are sticky from the glue. Put those trees right in the middle. Now my garland needed a little berry action, so I'm gonna use the red rhinestones and just put a few. I'm using my Take Your Pick tool to pick them up all the way down. One more. And there's our cute little fire scene, our cozy fireplace. Now let's put the rest of our card together. The first thing you're gonna need is a smaller piece of real red. And we're going to, it's gonna look like it's backwards, see that? So put your fold of your red piece, your smaller red piece, on the right side. The measurements are all on a PDF over on my blog. I'm not gonna run off all the measurements because there's quite a few, but I have a PDF there for you so that you can go and print it out, save it, do whatever you want. All right, and another piece of white goes on the inside. And then we'll stamp the sentiment, sending Christmas cheer. Okay, so there's that. Now let's bring over the bigger card base. And we'll put this really fun In Good Taste DSP, the wood grain right here. There's lots of wood grain textures in there for you to choose from. And this one is called Tis the Season Designer Series paper. It's a 6x6 stack of really good Christmas patterns. And one more right there. And now we're gonna just put that little mini card that looks like it's backwards. We're gonna center it right there in the middle. And there you have it. A fun interactive card. It does have quite a few little doodads. It might be a card that you reserve for somebody special, but how fun and how whimsical. And I think if you have a child who likes to stamp, they would really enjoy putting this little card together as well and building their own little fireplace scene. All right, make sure you click on the link here on YouTube, hop over to my blog, grab that PDF, and make one of your own. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Bye-bye.